What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys have a fantastic day today, and today we finally have massive unboxing number 14 for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. We are finally back here with massive unboxings. I know it took forever. I'll talk about the reasons at the end. I'm sure you guys just want it at this point. It's been about 2 months or so since we've had one. We have about 10 models today, the majority of them on that far right box. But we have some ones that came out, unfortunately, like 3 months ago now. It's just been so chaotic. I have not got a chance to unbox them for you guys. But luckily, that day has finally arrived today. As today, we have about a dozen models here for you guys to unbox. I'm really excited for today's video. We have some awesome models in here. Mainly, I think they're all new releases. But yeah, I think all of them are new releases. So that's pretty gosh darn awesome. We have a couple of brands too, which is really cool. So we're going to start with that middle box, as that one's been here since early January, which is absolutely ridiculous, but we're just going to pretend that didn't happen. And we are finally going to get this show underway. I hope you guys are excited. So let's get this massive unboxing on the way. Alrighty, so our first box here comes in from the RM model store once again. Another really nice lot. I'll talk about what these are when we get them out of the box, but we have 3 models in here. Very excited for these, and it took forever to get to open them, but it's finally time to do so. So let's get the show underway. Alrighty, so it's a little harder because the microphone sticks out so far to get the unboxing here, but I'm going to see if I can do it in frame without literally having my mouth on the microphone. Let's see if we can pull that off successfully. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, no matter what you're doing. I appreciate you taking some time to watch this massive unboxing. I really appreciate it. Okay, I believe I was somewhat successful. Let's take a look and see if I was. Popping the top here and getting in here. There we go, everybody. Let's take these out. Oh man, I'm excited for these. Here we go. Alrighty, in the plastic or bubble wrap, that's what it's called. Been too long. Alrighty, so as you can tell, we have 3 NG models looking amazing. Let's start with these. So I'm going to start with the just a little overview real quick. Right here, we have an Air Canada Rouge Airbus A321. Now, the reason I got another one of these was because if you missed massive unboxing number 12, the second to last one, the antenna came broken. There was a bad paint chip. So I'm hoping that this one has both those issues resolved. So really cool model right there. And then we have 2 of the December releases, which look awesome. Also, if you want a 10% off from the RM model store, customer is a great code to use. But yeah, we have 2 of the NG December releases from 2020, which is absolutely crazy. And if you're wondering, I did put the camera's at an angle because the sun obviously is coming in more straight now during the spring period, and the reflection off the DSLR interferes with the boxes and stuff. So I thought that would work better like this. And plus it kind of gives it a nice angle, not too much shine on it. We do have 2 of the NG models December releases that look awesome. We have the Sunwing Boeing 737-800, awesome model. If you guys are probably wondering, this is for the Cabo, Mexico airport project. And same for the right side, we have the Aeromexico Boeing 737-800 by NG models with the split scimitars. I absolutely love this box, man. I'm so excited to get into that. I did have the GJ, but I decided to replace it, just like many other models, and I'm sure you guys know why. I did sell the Aeromexico GJ, though, because I really wanted some resources, and it kind of canceled it out. I sold it for $38, so not bad at all. But really excited. We're going to start with the Air Canada Rouge, I think for obvious reasons, to see if we got one intact. Alrighty, so we kind of went over everything, but we'll briefly go over it again. You got the Airbus A321 200 titles, and then the CGI Air Canada Rouge Airbus A321, Air Canada Rouge down here, NG models. Talk about the registration in a moment. But identically the same box from the last time in Massive Unboxing 12, which I think a lot of you guys got to see it, so that's awesome. Just another brief rundown of the box. They unfortunately have not returned to Phoenix yet, which is very unfortunate. However, I did see an Air Canada CRJ 900 when I was just there a few days ago, which I'm super excited to talk about that trip. The channel update will be coming very soon. But massive unboxing first, because you guys have been waiting too long. Anyways, let's take a look and see what we got here in the Air Canada Rouge A321. Alrighty, let's hope for a good one this time around. This has been sitting in the box for a long time, so looks like we got some paper there, and some more paper, and here it is. Wait, crap, man, another one. Don't know if you guys can see that, but another one. So at this point, I may just give up on trying to get an antenna. Maybe he can ship me one or something, because that's a very rough sequence. Alrighty, so the model's intact and everything, but obviously we still lack an antenna, which is very unfortunate. I'm gonna look around for that real quick just to make sure, but it probably fell out during transit. Hey, there it is! Look at that, the antenna, it made it. Wow, how about that? Oh my gosh. Here we go, boys. Air Canada Rouge A321. The antenna did come off again, but luckily it was in the plastic cradle, and that means we can insert it to have a beautiful Air Canada Rouge Airbus A321. I'm going to do a quick inspection off this off camera just to make sure we're in good shape, but we're looking really nice. Alrighty, boys, she is as good as new. So glad that antenna came in the plastic, as if it wouldn't have, we would have been in a rough sequence right there, but luckily it did. And even though the QC issues continue to pile up a little bit, at least we can put this one back together. So second time was the charm, I guess, if you will. And we got a proper Air Canada Rouge A321. Awesome model. The reviews in massive unboxing number 12. And I'm not going to bore you guys too much more with it. But we do have an antenna and a proper Air Canada Rouge Airbus A321, which is awesome. So excited to use this when they return to Phoenix. Alrighty, so let's take it over to the Sunwing Boeing 737-800. This is a really cool model. I don't think many people have done a Sunwings, if any. I think there may have been a Max 8 by Aero Classics or something, but nothing absolutely crazy. So this is going to be an awesome resource for the San Del Cabo airport project, I should say. Hopefully coming soon, but I haven't even got to start on Richmond yet. I've been so busy. But nevertheless, that's okay. We'll do our absolute best. Boeing 737-800 titles up here in the top left. You got the CGI aircraft, then you got the Fly Sunwing with the underline.com, the logo, if you will. And then you got the fade here, and then the other box with the special livery matches up with this. Sunwing, this is Charlie Foxtrot. It looks like it from the camera. I believe that's Yankee Golf Delta. Can't see from here, so my apologies. NG model logo, Boeing official licensed product. And then, you know, you have your typical transitions throughout the box. All of them look really nice and always have nice colors and everything. So nice job here by NG to show us off a cool box. You got all your licensing and everything on the back. And typically these 737s have not ever really had issues, so I'm hoping for more of the same with the Sunwing 737-800. So let's take this thing out here and see how we're looking here with the Sunwing 737-800, and we are looking really nice. I know we had a little talk about the colors on here a little bit. They're looking nice, definitely vibrant as per usual with NG, but since it's not officially licensed and all that, I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. And I think we're going to have a intact 737-800, which is really nice to see. As we've had some horizontal stabilizer issues, but I believe we have another W with this Sunwing. Alrighty, so here's the Fly Sunwing Boeing 737-800 in their typical livery. This is really, really nice. I know it's Euro white, but what a nice model by NG here. Let's get into some of the details of this thing. Starting up here, you have the cockpit nose with the cockpit windows and then the Canadian flag right here. I'm assuming that's the last three letters of the registration right there. And then you have the L1 boarding door along with the windows. This marking I've never seen before. That one's really interesting. I'm sure that has something to do with hazards or something, probably, who knows. There's that red line again that NG always does. Really, really nice. More nice details here. Antenna down there. FlySunwing.com. I really like this orange. It may be slightly bright, but I think it's really nice. Sorry for hitting the camera. That was the lens hood. My bad. You got the FlySunwing.com, and then you have the nice icon of their logo down here, or that like sun, whatever it's supposed to represent, I believe. Good detail throughout. Obviously a very simple livery, but hey, simple is sometimes good. And then you got the overwing exits right here, and the landing gear down there as well, which look nice. The split scimitars, which always look really, really nice on these NG models. A nice detail, man. One thing that NG always does that really impresses me is anytime they have to do small text on the winglets, they usually always do it really nice and clear. Clarity, really, really nice. That's very impressive from NG. Always doing a nice job on these models, and for the price, rightfully so. Paying $43 for these, even though Gemini is up to $37 now, which is absolutely ridiculous to me, but we're not gonna, that's a conversation for another time. This is Charlie Foxtrot. It is indeed Yankee Juliet Delta. You have your Boeing 737-800 titles in the gray color. And then here is the Sunwing logo tail. If I can get that to focus here. There we go. And it looks really, really nice. No horizontal stabilizer issues, pardon me. And then on the inside of the split, we can't forget that we have the Fly Sunwing, which also looks really nice, just like the other side. Flipping us around to the other side, if I can get us in focus here. As you can tell, we have much of the same, just the luggage drawers included on everything. Now, this is a really, really nice model. NG did an absolute crazy nice job representing Sunwing here on that 737-800. Just getting a different little view for different. That's a really nice model. That'll be an excellent addition. That'll definitely be nice in storyline. And I have to be honest, I'm pretty proud of my Canadian collection. It's really built up recently. We have quite a few models. We have all those Westjets now. and of course the Air Canada stuff, so, and now Sunwing and Swoop, so that's really, really awesome. So hope you guys are enjoying that little fleet buildup. It's looking really nice. Alrighty, everybody, so here's the Aeromexico Boeing 737-800 with the split scimitars. This was another one of those duo releases that they did, just like the Sunwing, but differently this time. This is the normal winglets and the split scimitars rather than a special livery, but really, really nice. Let's start with this box, man. This is awesome. I absolutely love the color design that NG did here, as per usual with NG boxes. Like I was saying, they always match up with the other one, and this one rightfully so as well. Absolutely love the colors here, man. The white, red, blue, and dark blue look really, really nice, or navy, whichever color you'd like to call that. Boeing 737-800 got the CGI Aeromexico. You kind of paste and insert with the nice background. That's kind of what we got going here. You got the Aeromexico, and it looks really, really good, man. NG always does a great job killing these models. Really like that right there with all four of the colors there on the fade. That's really, really nice. The back, much of the same, but a really nice much of the same for sure. Hopefully this Aeromexico is also intact. I've seen really good things about this model, and hopefully another one comes intact, as this is a really, really nice model. So let's take it out of the box here and get it going. Alrighty, took off the lens hood because I thought it was a little in the way, but let's see if we got another intact 737. Wow, dang, that is looking really nice. As long as we don't have any antenna or horizontal stabilizer issues. The plastic took itself out right there, and here we go. Dang, man, wow, look at that. My goodness. Oops. You know, I don't even know what's going on at this point, but the quality control continues to blow. That's another landing gear. I know NG's a young company. I know they hopefully that didn't fall out. Well, guys, just like Aviation 18 didn't get a horizontal stabilizer, I didn't get the right main landing gear for my Aeromexico 737-800. I'm going to be quite honest with you guys, for $43, this is really starting to get a little agitating. We have two antennas on the same model there, horizontal stabilizers everywhere, but now I'm joining the club with a model that doesn't come with a part, and that's just really rough, man. I'm sure it's just factory slip-ups. They just missed one, and everybody ends up getting one. And that's just rough, but it's still a great model. Alrighty, so excluding the tire, this thing is looking very hot. This is a beautiful airplane. Hopefully we're in focus. There we go. That's looking really nice right there. What a beautiful aircraft this is, and let's take it into reviewed mode to see how pretty this Aeromexico 737 is. Alrighty, so you got the cockpit windows, and then the nose cone with the landing gear. This is the end registration, I believe, is XAX or something, AMV or something, X, I'm not sure off the top of my head. So that's what it says right there. There's the landing gear, L1 boarding door. Aeromexico titles look amazing, and then the red stripe with the red antenna. I love that combo. That thing is beautiful. Rolling throughout the aircraft here, you got your CFM 56, of course, and just being general with it because obviously it doesn't have a main landing gear on there right now. There's your CFM 56. There's the left main landing gear, which is intact. Got the antenna and then the overwing exits, which look really nice. At least Aeromexico does have a little character on their livery compared to a Euro white. There is the split scimitar. Feels really weird without those landing gear, just being quite honest, for an NG model. Got the two antennas down there, and then you have the Wi-Fi box, which looks really, really nice. The Sunwing did not have that. And then you have another antenna right there, I think, or maybe not. Another antenna, man. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to sit here and rage about it. There's no reason to. Hopefully I can get a replacement part. I'll leave it at that. But that is most certainly just a really rough sequence, nevertheless. So another missing antenna. And then you have the registration, which is X-Ray Alpha, Alpha Mike Victor, and then you have the beautiful Aeromexico logo. Now, NG models, at this point, it's got to the point where the models are beyond superior. In fact, they are absolutely gorgeous. We just got to get all the parts, man, and at least to have them all. Obviously, we're coming without landing gears and antennas. I get that, but not even the landing gears didn't even make it in here, so that just means that it must be a factory issue. I've tried to look for this antenna, and I've been unsuccessful. Which, with how small of, and that one's really small in the back right there. That one's usually here. Actually, Sunwing had it. That one is typically that small, so the chances of that making it is really, really low. And I was unfortunately unsuccessful in finding it. But yeah, no tire and no antenna, which is really sad because it's truly a beautiful model. just obviously gonna have to get that fixed. Yeah, so the model's good. We just need the antenna and a landing gear, of course. But that's a really rough sequence right there. I'm gonna give a pass for the Air Canada because that was a bad QC batch, I guess. I don't know how to call that, but not to get the landing gear, that's really surprising. But yeah, the model's still really nice. Like I said, the models, all these models for that, absolutely gorgeous. And we should. Okay, we do not have any more NG models for the unboxing, but nevertheless, still really cool to get more of them. And I'm really, really excited to hopefully get some replacement parts and make these into beautiful models. But at least it wasn't a complete dumpster fire. But hey, what can I say? Really glad to get all these models in the collection. And they'll be great additions for the West airports that I do on the for North America. So really, really cool, and hopefully we can get some replacement parts and all that. But anyways, we're on to the next models. Alrighty, so let's take it over to our next box. This one comes from JetCollector.com. JetCollector.com is a really nice website that I found. I'll talk about the story of where I found them on the next model. We do have 2 models from them in this unboxing. Actually, I'll just tell the story now real quick. So pretty much, long story short, with the retailer shortages for the December releases, I bought my Spirit A320 Neos from Prairie Diecast, and he was not sure if he was going to be able to supply me with 2 of them because I bought 2. So I looked on Gemini Jet's official retailer page, and I went after to see if I could find somewhere that would have a Spirit Airbus A320 Neo. And I found JetCollector.com, and they had a really cool website. They had all kinds of stuff on there, and the prices were pretty fair. So I thought I would give it a try. With their first class shipping and everything, the prices came out pretty low. And they did have a coupon code, but I believe it's since expired. It was VIP Gold, which is very unfortunate. But Easy Toys is great too. That's usually where I go for the Aero Classic models. However, unfortunately, they did not, or they do the obviously the priority, which tanks or puts up the shipping pretty high. JetCollector does do the first class, but I'm not sure how much cheaper it will be without the coupon code. So this one comes from JetCollector.com, like I said. Really excited for this model. This is not the Spirit A320 Neo, just a little hint. This is a different model that I got when the coupon code was active. As soon as I saw this thing released, I definitely bought it. And I think you guys may know which one I'm talking about since it is a Aero Classic, if I can get the box open here. Wasn't trying to completely demolish that box, but it looks like I did some pretty good damage there through the middle right there. Oh, okay, that is definitely not the Spirit, so let's try this again. Alrighty, so this one should be the Aero Classic, because that other one was the Spirit. See, it's been way too long since I've got these boxes, so I kind of forgot which one was which, but I should have thought about that because the smaller box, Aero Classics has much smaller boxes, therefore it only makes sense for the smaller box to be the Aero Classics model. And most certainly is the Aero Classics model, as I've been really, really excited for this one. Let's see if we can get it in here and find it. There it is. Alrighty, here it is. This is the Volaris Airbus A320 Neo with the purple engines. I'm really, really excited to add this one into my collection, as I've been looking for one of the purple engine, or a purple engine model for the 320 Neo, as it's been a really big need. Really glad to have this finally. There's not many of the black engine Neos. There are a few, but not quite as many as these. So this is going to be a really nice model for the collection and all those airports: Reno, Phoenix, Dallas, obviously San Del Cabo, and anywhere else that they may fly into at some point. You got the Latin Classics, very similar box to the Vida Aerobus Airbus A321, obviously with the Central America models. Obviously Volaris is in Mexico, of course. Here's the side of the box. Really cool theme, not bad at all. The registration is X-Ray Alpha Victor Romeo Delta. I find it interesting, some of their fence tip 320s have a US registration, or a number registration I should say, so very interesting. And then you got the South America here on the back. There's the model inside, looking really nice right there, as you can tell. So let's get it out and see how our first JetCollector model goes down. Hopefully good, because we've had some failures the last few models. Hopefully no horizontal stabilizer or anything, as we've really had some bad luck. Hopefully we get an intact model. It is looking good from initial glance, and I think we are intact. Looking... Well, I mean, it was loose. I don't know what to say. I just think USPS is just being really hard on these models at this point because, I mean, it was like loose. I mean, here's the thing with broken models, guys. At this point, if they are loose, you got to kind of pull them out so you can re-glue them back. So it's like, okay, it works. Because if you don't do that, they're eventually going to come out anyways. So at that point, it's like, why don't you just pull it out and then glue it back? Because you guys saw that initial jerk. And I did not go very hard on it. That was really light, and it shouldn't have came broken. So anyways, not a huge deal. This is the normal at this point. We're not going to sit here and lose our minds over it. Just interesting, though, for sure. Alrighty, so here's the Aero Classics Volaris Airbus A320neo. I have to think that USPS is being extremely hard on these models at this point because, yeah, I'll give it credit. It was pretty firm, but we're just going to pop the top like that and pretend that never happened. But anyways, unfortunately, over here on the left side where the engine detached, we'll just take a quick little look at it. There is a little reminiscence of the paint chip. Now, it definitely doesn't look completely awful, but as we'll see more in depth here in a second, it doesn't look great. So I may try to get a replacement. I'm not sure. Just really rough to see another model broken. And that's kind of the tough thing is when these models, when they're really tight in there, they'll bring off the paint and everything if it does come detached. And yeah, that was a really unfortunate situation. I could have left it, but I didn't think that, you know, we're going to have to reglue it at some point anyways, like I said. So nevertheless, we're just going to get into a review and see how this model is, which looks really nice from this glance. Up here, you have the nose cone, which is looking really good. First time getting an A320 from Aero Classics in a while. Neo, that is. I think that's made, yeah, Frontier was the last one, I think. L1 boarding door, you got the nose wheel, which looks good. Definitely looks a little different. It may just be because I haven't had tires on any of them in a very long time. Sorry about the pencil. Volaris billboard titles look really, really nice. Now this purple shade, I definitely think looks a little dark from the glance, but I'll have to analyze that more in depth here in a little bit. But nevertheless, still looking really nice throughout here. Here's the Sharklet, which definitely one of the best molds on the market for the A320neo. This one's really, really nice. You get the two overwing exits, the Volaris.com. This is X-ray, Alpha, Victor, Romeo, Delta. And then you have the back door right here, and then the tail, which definitely lacks some color, I think, but not horrible. Now let's take a look at that paint chip and kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. So you guys definitely can probably see what I'm talking about now. It's mainly that crack right there on the top. It's going to be visible. And then also there's some pretty significant damage down there. So really rough, but I mean the model's actually just beautiful. But most certainly we're definitely struggling with detached parts in this unboxing. That's only 4 models down, and we've had, I guess technically issues with 3 of them, which is really rough. USPS, I feel like they have to be a lot to blame for this because what's going on is really ridiculous. So I may have to go up there to the post office and see if I can maybe kindly ask them to if they could handle these packages better or something. I'm just kidding. It's not going to make a difference. But I mean, rough sequence, man. Nevertheless, it's a really pretty model and it will be a great resource. I'm so glad to finally have it. And even though there will be that bad paint chip, unless I see if I can return it, overall, just to have it's going to be a great addition. But what can I say? I mean, still just great to have the model, and once we super glue it back, it'll be a great Volaris Airbus A320neo for the model airports, no doubt about it. But yeah, like I was saying, JetCollector seems to be really good with all these models that they're selling. Unfortunately, I don't think that coupon code's going anymore, like I said, because that usually saved $4 or $5. But I'm going to take this one out now because the next order, I kind of need some explanation. Here is that Spirit Airbus A320neo, and I've only seen one of these broken. But, I mean, we've seen this massive unboxing to this point. It's been wild. So, one of the 3 of these Spirits coming broken, if not all 3 of them at this point, is definitely not impossible. Now, we're going to open the next box before we unbox this. I'm not even going to rattle it or anything. And we'll take a look at that in a second. But here is our next package, everybody. Let's back us up here and take a look at this. Prairie Diecast. Yes, finally. I know it's been too long, but we finally have another order from Prairie Diecast. Really, really glad to get another order in. This mainly contains the December 2020 Gemini Jets releases that we've been waiting on forever to unbox here, but they finally made it into retailers. There was a lot of controversy about retailers really getting shorted on these models, and I had a hard time finding them. So I believe they did, which is very unfortunate. But I believe these issues have been resolved. I do have a January Gemini Jet on the way and nothing for February at the current time. But nevertheless, here we go, Prairie Diecast, finally at last. Nice box here. We got 5 model, or I think 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should have 5, which is awesome. So I'm really excited to get in here. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great 5 models right here. And hopefully we have a little bit better luck. Okay, sorry, this box was really tall. So let's get in here and take a look and see what we got. Alrighty, here we go. And here is our bubble wrap. This is the thinner kind. And let's begin. This is The Prairie Wings Westjet Boeing 737-300. This is my first Panda model. I'm really excited to have this, or Panda model mold, but made by Prairie Diecast, which is really cool. I decided to buy this one because I wanted to support my man, as he's a great guy. And on top of that, these do come to Phoenix a little bit, so that's really cool. What a model this is. I've seen great things about it, this mold in general, and this is my first 737-600, pardon me. So all three of those reasons that I just stated, helping my man out, Phoenix, and adding variety to my collection and my WestJet fleet, which is honestly pretty good. Really wanted to get this to support my man, so I was like, it's either going to be this or the Air India 777-300. Now, I may still come around for that if it's still around. But really nice to support my man and get this awesome model that he made, which is really good. I believe it was like $45. I don't know if he has any left at this point, but if he does and you want it, definitely go get it. But I don't know if I can get that shine, but that's just a beautiful box. And then we have 4 more Gemini Jets releases from December. We have the Southwest Airlines 737-700 Illinois 1, which is a really sentimental plane to me. I did see this in real life at Tulsa in 2017. But on top of that, I know they retired this, this aircraft went back to a leaser, which is unfortunate. This delivery will probably go on a MAX 7 at some point. But any Southwest plane is definitely collectible and very valuable. And I'm trying to collect them all for Southwest. That's my goal. So definitely was not passing up on Illinois 1 for those reasons that I just gave. There are 2 more Spirit Airbus A320neos. Like I was saying, so he said that he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to fulfill me with 2 of them, but he was able to go somewhere else and get it. Second one, he only got 3, he told me, which was absolutely crazy. He said he ordered 30, which is that 90% ratio that's been floating around a little bit. Now, let's take a look, because I believe the second one came from somewhere, because that is a big-time giveaway. That it was definitely bought from somewhere. But there's one Airbus A320neo, and these are going to be a great resource for the Dallas Model Airport, as I'm sure you guys may know. Spirit flies these a lot to Dallas. I was there on my recent trip, obviously, and I saw at least 2 or 3 of them in a short interval. But they have a lot of these on order, guys. They have like, I think, 80 of these on order, and they already have 35. So these are going to be really present, taking over for the A320 and everything. And here's the third one. I just ended up keeping my order for 3 because I thought that would be a really cool resource and, you know, give us some variation. And now we have 4 total with the AC. May end up selling one. We'll see. But yeah, definitely a great resource. And then finally for the December releases, which were absolutely loaded in my opinion, really good variety all across the board. We have the United States Air Force Boeing C32A, or the Air Force 2 757 variant. Very special plane to me as well. So obviously I saw this at Tulsa in June of 2020 when, I'm not going to get political here, but when Donald Trump had his rally in Tulsa. Really cool to see. Mike Pence, the vice president, was the man on this aircraft when I saw it, and it was really cool. There's 2 of these. I saw the other one, 8001, I believe. I think Citrus Aviation saw 8002 in Des Moines, so that's really cool. Could be wrong on that, but yeah, really cool. And then another thing to note is maybe this is just how Gemini just sent them, but there's that tag again. Let me check my Southwest. Southwest doesn't have it, so interesting there. But yeah, this is the Air Force 2, which is really cool. And on top of that, I really wanted to give Gemini Jets you know, their special like military models, or whatever you want to call them, you know, that sort of thing, a try. Not military, but all these gimmickies with all these antennas and everything. And I thought for this price and the sentimental value, this would be a perfect aircraft to do so. I really want to get the obviously the VC-25, which is the Air Force 1 747. I would love to get that, and the 737 if somebody does it. That would be really cool to get as well. But really glad to get this one, and yeah, so excited to get into all these models. I think we're going to start with, yeah, I'm really eager to see the Spirit. So let's get these 3 Spirits out first, and then we'll save the 3 for last, because definitely want to see how this Neo mold is going after it now. And here are the 3. Definitely a nice little stack right here. I can't remember the last time I bought 3 of a model. Oh, the Delta A321 probably, which that was a great stack as well. And this is definitely a great resource if I want to do something in the future. I know Orlando has a lot of these, and Las Vegas, and all those. I'm not saying I'm doing those airports, but definitely a nice resource for Dallas. So we're just going to start unboxing these. We'll go over one box, because why not? Here is the Spirit Airbus A320neo. Alrighty, so in the top left, you have the Gemini Jets made for collectors by collectors. This is your typical box. Spirit Airlines, Airbus A320neo CGI in the front, Airbus A320neo Spirit. And yeah, I'm not going to go too in depth. This is your typical box. I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of videos on it at this point. I think Aviation 18 got his like 2 months ago, so we're just going to pretend I didn't say that. But finally, we're here at least. And let's take a look at the inside here and see what we got. Oh, I like that. That color is looking really nice right there. Obviously, no Wi-Fi box or anything, but nevertheless, really excited. And this is an old livery, of course, or the different one. They have that new updated one slightly. So, yeah, I'm really excited to get in here and see how it's looking. So, obviously, like I said, I got 2 from Prairie Diecast and 1 from JetCollector. So, yeah, hopefully we don't suffer any more detached models. That would be really funny to see if Gemini Jets goes 5 for 5 here. That would be really interesting. The first one is looking really nice. And there we go. GJ is not coming detached right here. That's really nice. Good job, GJ. Let's unbox all 3 of these and then we'll review one. All right, let's start with the second one here and see if we're looking good. And we'll see if this one made it all the way in good condition, which another one looking good. GJ passes the second time. Nice. And the third and final one is GJ goes 3 for 3 here on Neos. That's really impressive. I have to be honest. I'm going to be really impressed if GJ goes 3 for 3. 2 for 3 is already a great start, but if we go 3 for 3, GJ, dang, that's really good. Wow, GJ going 3 for 3. And I'm not saying that GJ's the best with quality control. They're obviously not. It's kind of just the luck of the draw. What models come assembled or not. We did go 3 for 3 here with 2 different retail stores, so that was pretty impressive. So what I was going to say was just depends. Not to say that NG's bad by any means, but we did go 3 for 3 here and just the draw of the hat. But consistently, GJ has had more broken models compared to these other companies. But yeah, we did get all 3 of these intact. That's a unit right there, man. That looks really nice. I'm very pleased with that, as you guys can tell. 3 Spirit Airbus A320 Neos with the banana livery, of course. So we're going to review one as they all look really nice. I'm going to mention one QC thing on this model that I was a little disappointed by, but for the most part, really pleased. Alrighty, so you got the cockpit windows and the nose cone, the Airbus A320 titles right there under the cockpit windows, L1 boarding door with some really nice detail. That's really good. And then there should be an icon right there, it looks like. Just can't see, I'm blind. Yeah, so it looks like there's a little icon right there, which is awesome. Got the first antenna and then the landing gear. Now that's a thick landing gear, but hey, what can I say at this point? It's Gemini Jets. You got the Spirit billboard titles. Like I was mentioning, it's in the older logo or older livery, older style of it, if you want to call it that. So what the differences are is on the newer iteration that Spirit did, very similar, but there's a couple of key differences that probably will bug some really big OCD people. Not a huge deal for me on something like this, but the Spirit titles are now filled in. There's no more sketches, that and tell. And now home of the bear fare is just spirit.com on the newer iteration. That's literally it. The rest of it is the same. But yeah, that's kind of a big deal to some people, which I respect for sure. And then on this one, though, you have the Spirit titles that are sketched out, and then home of the bear fare on the Neo engines. I'll talk about the QC issue here in a minute on the engines, but a lot of people, and I have a couple of them, have received this model, pardon me, with the engine tilted pretty significantly down, which is very unfortunate as it makes it look kind of clunky. But what can I expect? It's Gemini Jets. There's that left main landing gear right there. Sorry for hitting the camera. You got the Spirit.com on the Sharklet, which looks nice. And really overall, this isn't horrible for a GJ Airbus narrow body. Not bad. And see that GJ's doing some more Spirits for us is really nice. Obviously, before this, they did that 319 and 320 the banana. But really went on a long hiatus of about 5 years. So really nice to see that they finally got back in the swing of things. Now let me bring in that other Neo here real quick to kind of represent what I'm talking about. So here's what I'm talking about. As you can tell, this one's significantly tilted down right here, which is very unfortunate. It's Gemini Jets quality control. And then as you can tell, there's just similar differences like that as you can see on that main left landing gear. I don't know, it looks like, like Aviation 18's like a PDF board. That's exactly what I was looking for on that tire. And that's a really rough sequence right there for Gemini Jets. It's just these little things that continue to pile up. But with the die-cast from all airplanes, really hard to get this QC going. And yeah, that's just really tough right there. And I'm not going to do a head-on view because it's just really rough. But there you go. I mean, Looks really rough. Just checking all these are looking really nice. Just giving a little overview. Let me see if I can zoom out here. So yeah, most certainly, all these are looking really nice. Obviously, you had that one defect, which is unfortunate, but I mean, hey, all looking really nice. And for Gemini Jet's Airbus narrow body, like I said, not bad at all. I'm not going to complain. And they got the color right, which is really nice. So yeah, that's a nice little plethora of Spirit Airbus A320neos right there. Just kind of line them up here real quick. These will most certainly be excellent resources for the model airports. You'll see these a ton in Dallas, but also Orange County, as they're starting to file in there a lot. And we can't forget about places such as Phoenix. I don't think I'm missing any. I don't think they fly to San Del Capo, but nevertheless, a really nice resource to have, and definitely will give me a bunch of flexibility. So really nice to see this trio right here. That's a really nice lineup, so I'm really glad to see that that went very well. So now we're on to our next model. Next up is the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Illinois One colors. Really cool model right here. I'm sure GJ planned this out before it returned to the leaser, so really unfortunate. But I may still throw it in an airport update here or there, especially like a Tulsa or something, even though it's not active anymore, kind of to represent that state. And of course, for retro updates, it'll be nice and all that. But nevertheless, got the Gemini Jets titles in top left, made for collectors by collectors. You got that Illinois One CGI 737-700 and Southwest. It's got painted in like 2013 or 14, I think. So it's been around. It was around for quite a while, which is really neat. You get the Southwest, or sorry, the side of the box, your typical Southwest box. Southwest always has the all-white boxes. I definitely can notice a little indent there. That's probably just from it sitting so long, which is my fault. I'm sure that's why. Not because it was in like a on a shelf or something. It was because it was in that box for this one. I think sat for about a month and a half. But yeah, got that 2020 release right there, and then you got all their socials. I don't think they use their Twitter, but the other three they definitely use. So yeah, hopefully this one doesn't come broken. Seen some interesting things with the nose and everything. We talked about a little bit on that Louisiana one, so that's kind of a continuation here. So let's get this out of the Southwest 737. This is in that newer mold once again, which is interesting, and there she is. She is looking super nice. And hey, another GJ comes intact. Look at those colors, very interesting. Alrighty, so here's that Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Illinois One paint scheme. Now, as you can tell, this model is looking really nice for the most part. There's a lot of things that I like here about it, but there are some things that definitely are standing out like a sore thumb to me. So we're going to begin up there with the nose and progress on. Alrighty, so here's that nose cone, which has an interesting shape for sure, but that looks better than what we got going here. These cockpit windows are definitely not even close. They're really large. That's what's standing out to me the most, but the shape is really odd. I'm not sure what the heck we did here, but I think we could have did a little better than that. I think the Florida One iteration, actually, let's go get that just to compare. I most certainly think whatever we did over there on the Florida One looks much better than what we did over here on the Illinois One. It appears to be that they just made the cockpit windows much wider, which is very interesting. Citrus Aviation also did a fantastic job on his model review of Illinois One and Louisiana One that kind of goes into detail about that. So go check that out if you'd like. But yeah, that's definitely one of the key takeaways. Also want to note that nose landing gear, the door looks even larger, which is very interesting, that we kind of talked about in that tier list video. And yeah, it doesn't look taller from a glance, but I think if I take the camera, definitely not a huge difference, but there definitely is some difference there. And you can definitely see, it also looks like the nose shape has changed quite significantly. As you can tell, it looks a little more pointy, so we're going to have to consider doing a mold comp on that. And I know they're very similar molds, but I mean, theoretically, they are different, as you can tell. Is that nose, I do like that left iteration better. It definitely looks a little more pointy in that right one. But I'd probably need to look at some real-life images, but there's definitely some difference there for sure. So let's take out Florida One and take a look a little bit more at Illinois. Now, despite that nose section, we're looking really nice here. So let's take the full-on look here. So there is that bald eagle that I was getting at. That looks so nice. I took some really nice photographs of this in Tulsa back in the summer of 2017, June 3rd to be exact. It's a gorgeous livery, guys. Really, really nice plane. You have the bold eagle up here on the front to represent the state of Illinois, of course. Illinois One titles and L1 boarding door, and just an awesome job on this bold eagle. That looks really nice. And then obviously you have the shield, which looks really, really nice. And obviously if you line it up, it obviously makes the full shield, if I can kind of get that without the shadow. But you guys know what I'm saying. Colors seem very rich here to me, and it probably is because we're in golden hour right now almost. It's 4:30 and sunset's like, okay, 2 hours, so not quite golden hour, but I think you guys understand what I'm trying to say. They definitely come out quite a lot, which kind of does back up Citrus Aviation's theory of the GJ photos. The initial photos may not be as photoshopped as what we may think. So yeah, that's definitely something to note right there. Otherwise, really nice model here. You got the Wi-Fi box, the antenna, landing gear, no more the MDF board. Southwest tail, really nice model. It's November 918 uniform November, but definitely want to make that key note about the nose, as it's definitely different. Definitely not a horrible model right here. I'd highly recommend it if you can still find it, but I think it's probably beyond sold out at this point. Sorry, that lens is kind of hard to zoom out, but anyways, really nice model right there. This will be a nice resource to have in my collection, just to keep building on that Southwest State livery. Looks really good. Highly recommend the Southwest Illinois one. Great model right here. Just that key takeaway with the nose, but everything else looks really nice. They did a really nice job on the tail, horizontal stabilizers, the wings, no wing flex. That's a big plus. Oh yeah, let me show you the underbelly, because this one definitely has a really neat underbelly, as you can tell. So as you can tell, super neat here with the colors and everything. That looks really cool. And yeah, it's definitely Southwest is one of their better state liveries, of course, out of the states they choose, which I think it's off crew base. This is definitely one of the best ones in my opinion. So really nice model here. Highly recommend it if you can find it. But anyways, on to the next model. Alrighty, so here's the Boeing 737-600 in the Westjet colors by Panda models in their mold, but I believe it's officially done by Prairie Wings, which is super cool. Very neat model. Definitely huge shout out to Prairie Diecast. They're great guys. Highly recommend them. Our model store and all those guys as well. JetCollector, Easy Toys, all of them. Really good sites. But definitely wanted to give some praise here. The Prairie Wings on there. I believe this was officially their first model, which is really nice. So you had the Boeing up here in the front and the 1/400 scale, but this looks perfect. It kind of speaks for itself. Don't need much more character when you got that amazing purple. Just look at that. That's absolutely awesome. Really shines well. That's amazing. Boeing down here in the bottom, and then you have the sticker here showing that it's the 737-600. Looks really nice right here. Here's the top, and then the back. You do have a little bit more detail with the warnings. Very plain box, but absolutely no issue with that whatsoever. So obviously no pamphlet or anything, and hopefully this one doesn't come broken. Not too many I've seen people got this one, but yeah, such a unique aircraft. I can get the box open here without major issues. Alrighty, had to go quite hard, but we did get it open luckily. And there she is. Wow, first 737-600. Really neat. Really glad to have a 767-300. It's gonna be an awesome addition in the collection as a really neat model. And there she is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Taking it out. Wow, that's really nice. That's really neat. That is such a short plane, man. That is really neat. It's actually pretty small, believe it or not. A lot smaller than I was expecting. That's really neat, man. Let's take a look at that. Also, another thing to note on this box here, they have really cool foam inserts right here. I'm not sure if that is across all Panda models or if that's just this one by Prairie Wings, but that's a really nice touch. That probably definitely helps with the QC. Alrighty, so here's that Westjet Boeing 767-300, or sorry, how about the 737-600? Really neat model right here, man. These have a very interesting roll. Really cool planes, man. I really like this one. I'm really glad to have it in the collection. Also, big props to Prairie Wings. Really like the appearance with the foam on the box. I'm not sure if that's a universal thing or just with this model. I'll check real quick. It is not on the other side, just on that one side, but that's really neat. That's got to be very helpful. But yeah, really liking this to begin. And the model's looking really pretty right here. Really nice. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so you have that nose cone, which does look pretty good. I'm not really the biggest on 767 or 737-600 analyst wise. I've never seen one before. Well, I've seen Janet probably, but not like up close. So nevertheless, this landing gear, it looks a little odd, but I think that's actually how it is. So just something to get used to. There's your L1 boarding door, and it's so small, but really neat. Here's your Westjet titles right here. Oh, wow, that's really neat, man. I believe these seat probably about 100 or so. No information on the box here, so I can't tell you off the top of the information presented. But really nice, man. These are really neat. And then you got this, I believe that's a CFM, looks to be on the engine. And then you got the antenna there, Wi-Fi box, another antenna, and then Boeing 737-600, and then really neat on the wings here, man. That looks so cool. I believe it's the same, same width, wide, but as all the others, but really nice. And there's the landing gear, of course. And then this is Charlie, Golf, Echo, Whiskey, Juliet, and there is the tail. I know it's unfocused. Just give me a second. Okay, we should be pretty good right there. This thing is absolutely gorgeous, man. Really cute small plane. Massive props to Prairie Wings. That was a really nice first impression for sure. Absolutely. Here's the undercarriage of this really pretty model. We do have a stand hole, which is really nice, of course, and then really nice detail on the undercarriage right there. That is really nice. As you can tell, sorry about the shadow, but that is really nice right there. That's really good. So massive props to Prairie Diecast. This is a real model right here. This is so firm. I couldn't even break it if I wanted to. Really nice model right here. I'm so glad to have this one in the collection. A really neat addition to my model airplane collection with the 737-600. And man, this thing is so nice. Really nice appearance here. This is really bright to see. And hopefully more of these exclusive releases come from Prairie Wings and all these guys. So really exciting stuff right here. And last but certainly not least for this amazing unboxing is the Air Force 2 Boeing C-32 United States of America. Air Force 2, which is really cool. Really glad I was able to get this aircraft. I believe it was back then $35.96. Now it's like probably $37, whatever. So yeah, really rough sequence. But anyways, you got the Gemini jets on the top left, made for collectors by collectors. Here's your CGI aircraft, Boeing's C-32A, United States of America. Look inside, you have the 1/4 scale die-cast model aircraft. And then you got the side of the box and everything. Let me see if I can stretch it out. With that shadow coming in, it's really hard. With where the sun is in this time of the year, it'll be pretty adequate by here about May. And then there's that right there. But yeah, there we go. Just the right position. All right, here we go. Let's see how we do here on our final Gemini Jets model. Wow, it's looking really nice right there, man. That's a beautiful airplane right there. Yeah, of course, in that really neat mold that they have, we got one sheet of plastic right there. And there she is. Ooh. Dang. Wow. Nice. Alrighty, so here's the Air Force 2 Boeing 757-200, or the C-32A. What a really neat model right here. Really glad to add this one in the collection. Beautiful off the bat, man. This is looking great. Can't believe Gemini Jets just went 5 for 5, but here we are. It's 2021. So yeah. Really nice. And let's begin. Starting off with the cockpit windows looking really good. And here's the 757 nose. It seems maybe just slightly off, but not too bad at all. It looks really acceptable. I'm not complaining with that whatsoever. Here's the landing gear, and then you have the L1 door, and then all these really neat windows on the C-32A, of course. Really cool. Really good detail throughout here. And then let's just take a moment to analyze the middle of this aircraft, as we have a lot. Here's the United States of America titles right here, and then some really cool contraptions. You have a antenna up here, a satellite box of sorts, and then you have these two other sort of antennas. I'm sure these are like radar scanners, all that sort of thing. So really neat right there. And then you got another antenna, another satellite box, and two more antennas to round it out. Really nice job on the engines right here. I believe these are those Plaid & Whitney engines. Those are Plaid & Whitney PW2040s. Hopefully they're doing better than the 4000 series right now for those 777s. That's a rough sequence. And then you got the landing gear down here, which look really nice. We'll have to see if those roll here in a second. Really nice job here on the winglets as well. Those look really nice. The blue seems maybe slightly dark, maybe, but yeah, definitely is a little darker for sure. I don't think it's too bad, but definitely something to note. Seems maybe a little dark here. And there is the United States of America flag, and then 8000 or 80002. And then you got the tail, which looks really good. This model is really nice, man. I'm going to be really excited to use this. This will make for some great elements in the storyline model airport. And hopefully it comes into one of the real-life airports. But this is a really neat model I was able to try. Also got that middle door right there, which is interesting. On that configuration. No overwing exits for this one. Most certainly is a really neat model and a great addition to the collection. Really glad to have this one, and this is a really nice model. Wow, Gemini Jets did a really good job. No broken parts or anything. Wow, really nice here by Gemini Jets. I'm very impressed, and I think this was definitely worth the $36. That's when I think paying $36 is reasonable for something like this. So a really nice job there by Gemini Jets. That's really, really nice. Alrighty guys, so that will do it for today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. What another massive unboxing. I can't believe we're already on to 15 of these already. Speaking of massive unboxing 15, that will be coming very soon as the final couple aircraft are arriving for that. And I thought about doing some individual stuff, but I think for these, I will be doing a big, large unboxing. So what the plan is this will come out, I'm currently filming this March 3rd. This will probably come out next Tuesday, like March 9th. And then I have the Shapeways models finally in, and those have been sitting for a while. So I think I'll do a video in between this one and massive unboxing number 15 on the Shapeways aircraft. So that will probably be in late March, probably the last week or so. And then about April 10th or so, April 15th, that's when I'm planning on doing my next massive unboxing to hopefully keep that month interval rolling, as that was the initial plan with this one, was for this to come out in like February, but I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it plenty of times, but I'll briefly go over it one more time. So I was planning to do this, and then I continued to wait on models because I think it was so I was waiting on the Gemini Jets December releases to come in with the Westjet 737-600. So I was like, okay, let's patiently wait for that. And then they finally got here, and then the Arctic air just came absolutely out of nowhere, and we got like 10 overcast days in a row. And I hate filming with overcast, so I was like, absolutely not. So we got 10 overcast days in a row, and then my heat went out. So, and that was during the Arctic air, of course. So it was like, we got down to -13 one morning, which this is Oklahoma. This is not Canada. So we got down to -13 one morning. So that was nice. And then that was like 2 weeks ago, or a little bit more now. And yeah, so pretty much I've just been patiently waiting. And then this last week I've been really busy. I had my day trip, of course, and then a lot of schoolwork I had to catch up on. So yeah, so pretty much what happened was just patiently waiting for a week for some models to come in. They finally come in, and the Arctic air arrived. So that was the next 2 weeks of why I couldn't film this. And then the last week I've just been super busy. So yeah, that was pretty much the month. That's why it took so long. But we're finally here, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know which one your guys' favorite is, and what was the most surprising to you? That Volaris Airbus A320neo coming broken? Was it the antenna and landing gear for the for the Aeromexico and the Air Canada Rouge? Was it all the Spirits coming intact? Was it how nice the Westjet or Air Force One or Southwest was? Or what was or Sunwing, that is, or any of these? What was the most interesting element to you? I'd be very eager to hear in the comment section. But nevertheless, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.